And partner, hindi ko na papatagalin, ano? And ito yung inaabangan ng lahat. So, i-introduce ko na si Miss Jessica Bihar, or also known as si Miss Zaika Lauren. So, sino ba si Miss Zaika Lauren? She is a full stock marketer with a 5 years experience as a marketing manager and 1 year as a virtual assistant. So, si Miss Zaika, nag-start siya from 20,000 per month lang. And ngayon, he is now earning 6 digits per month. Hindi ko na papatagalin. Miss Zaika, the floor is yours. Welcome to Babe.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Just want to confirm first, okay po ba yung audio ko? Is it not too noisy because I'm outside? Okay naman, guys. Yeah, Miss Jessica.
Yes, you're audible naman.
Okay, thank you so much. So, okay, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. And so of course, I would also like to introduce myself. At least we could have a good start, good rapport. You get to know me a little bit more about me. We'll, we'll just take a few minutes, and also I just wanna um consider and give thanks sa mga friends ko. I shared the post and they were really excited also to join. So if you guys are here, thank you so much for being here, for your support. And sana everyone will learn. And again, thank you, Bame, for having me. So this is our free webinar for social media management. Okay. So yeah, I'm Zaika and I started digital marketing in 2016. So in 2016, like all of us, we don't know maybe kung ano yung virtual assisting, kung ano yung ginagawa and mag-apply and all that stuff. So like, is it really possible? Kasi wala pang pandemic. So talagang nandun yung point na parang 300 per day lang. So, ganun talaga yung mga rate or 400 something. So, it was 2016, I got into marketing. So, that's how I started. I worked in local companies, Philippines, from December 2016, and then I resigned last August 20, of 2022. And one of the reasons, like most of us, is for the transportation. It's really expensive. Um, yung health, like yung pollution sa Pilipinas, and of course with the pandemic na parang mas immune tayo sa mga sakit. So and for me personally, I have asthma, so it was really hard for me to really travel gising na maaga and umuwi ng gabi. So that's how it started na okay, maybe I should start. So I also took risk na mag-resign. It's hard to move out or like mag-resign for 5 years na nag-work ka na sa isang company, right? So, yan yung kinakatakutan nating lahat. That's why it's hard for us to transition to being a virtual assistant. Okay, so my first BA, I was already, since nasa marketing ako, so ang naiisip ko lang na pinaka-closest na niche is social media manager. So, of course, grinab ko lang lahat, with all the things that I've learned through all my clients, eto na po tayo ngayon. And sana, I'm really hoping that you will be able to find an agency or a client, like kagaya na sinabi ko before na, kagaya ng Wave, that will really take care of you and will pay you what you deserve. So, ganun sila dito. And I'm really grateful talaga sa Wave. Okay, so sa webinar journey, yun nga, gusto ko kayo na magkaroon ng clear map, clear roadmap to kung ano yung mga may study nyo dito and kung ano yung mga pwede nyo matutunan, right? So, we will start with the foundations of social media management. Ano yung mga dapat munang meron kayo before you start doing social media. And then the knowledge application of course, like ano yung mga pwede nyo na gawin after the research, after all the learnings, the studying, how are you going to apply it, done doing all these things, how do you maintain it, how do you manage, and then how are we going to engage with our audiences or with our followers. So that one. Okay, now here with the foundations, let's start with the platforms. So sa mga platforms guys right now, sobrang dami. There might be times na parang ang alam lang natin is okay, Facebook, Instagram, X or Twitter, right? And YouTube. So right now, like even me, when I started, akala ko parang yun na yun, right? And then when I got into different clients na parang, do you handle Shopify? Do you handle YouTube? Do you handle Pinterest? Even Pinterest, guys. Sinong familiar sa Pinterest? Ayan. So, if alam niyo yung Instagram or Twitter, we have to post a graphic sa Shopify. Paano naman pagdating sa Pinterest or sa LinkedIn? Like, what are we going to with the copywriting tools, feeling ko ito yung pinaka magandang foundation for all of us din. And right now with AI, for me, ito yung pinaka naging helpful sa journey ko as social media manager. So this logo is of course ChatGPT. ChatGPT, it's really easy to use. You just search ChatGPT, you log in via your email, and then there, merong mga prompts which I will share. Merong mga prompts na pwede kayong gamitin. So like for example, write me a content about shoes. Simple as that. We don't again like kung sinasabi, you don't have to make things complicated. There are ways to make our work easier, and this doesn't mean na you're using it because um ayaw mo magtrabaho ng mahirap and all that. One thing that I see AI is for, it would make our work much efficient and more effective. We are very limited right now kung paano, kung gaano kabilis yung technology. And just for example lang guys, for example, you guys were going to write for your client. You're going to create a content. If all the ideas are only coming from your head, how many ideas can you produce in an hour, for example? And kailangan nyo gumawa ng content calendar, kailangan nyo gumawa ng content for 30 days. Kaya nyo ba gawin yun in 1 hour? Right? Or let's say in 8 hours of your work? Of course not. And when you use ChatGPT, meron pa rin namang work na mangyayari dyan, which is you guys are going to personalize. You're going to align it with the branding of your client. You're going to make sure na hindi paulit-ulit or hindi what do you call it, na parang dapat relative siya sa branding and sa client nyo, right? Hindi pwedeng nag-research kayo about shoes and yung lumabas would like it's a bit far dun sa branding or sa product na binibenta nyo. Of course, that dun papasok yung work ninyo to personalize it and to align it with your branding. So that's one thing you should consider. And then Grammarly naman is of course with the word grammar. When you're writing it, sometimes kasi even if you use ChatGPT and then you type it yourself, there are like commas, dots, or spacing, or is and are, yung mga ganyan, like they and them. Like, even yung basic guys, we can't consider ourselves perfect, right? Pero Grammarly would make sure na everything is correct and in place and formal and alam niyo yun, syempre when you're, for example lang yung page na hinahandle nyo is merong 100,000 followers or something and merong mali sa grammar, right? So, we should avoid those types of things. And AI is there to help us, so we don't have to do it our own naman. And then the Jasper AI is the same thing with ChatGPT, but this one has more function. You can screenshot this one, research about it later after the webinar. With the Jasper, so may mga tone of voice and all that stuff, topic, different types. So yeah, chat. And for designing the editing tools, we have the top two here, right? The Canva and the CapCut. So these two are like what I think is the most easiest and user friendly application for design and editing. You don't have to go to Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects. With these three kasi, itong yung mga Adobe is that mainly if yung niche nyo or yung magiging work nyo is hindi social media management. Like for example, video editor kayo. Kung video editor kayo, very limited yung Canva, very limited yung CapCut, right? Kung photo editor kayo, somehow, limited yung Canva and yung other types of user-friendly platforms. Kasi sa Adobe, you can do all types of things. And the same thing with Adobe After Effects. So, if you are a video editor or photo editor, like yun yung brand nyo, hindi kayo gagawa ng content, hindi kayo like mag-edit lang kayo ng mag-edit. Yes, these three are really helpful and yun talaga yung ginagamit ng mga VA. But if not, if you're like focused on community, if you're focused on handling social media, managing social media, then Canva and CapCut is okay. Ayan. So guys, I hope please thumbs up naman kayo if okay yung audio ko and you guys are understanding yung mga sinishare natin. So, okay. So that's it for our foundations. Next is there will be scheduling and analytics tool, right? So ano naman yung scheduling and analytics tool? This one, I'm giving you guys a general overview kung ano yung mga babanggitin ko mamaya, babalik tayo dito. So tandaan nyo to, ito yung mga apps na gagamitin nyo if you start your journey as a social media manager. And then later on, we will go back to this one kung paano sila gamitin or I will show you na lang sa internet. So for scheduling and analytics tool, so the thing with this one, this is called Hootsuite, Metricool, Mailchimp, and Zapier. So for analytics kasi, or let's say for social media manager, you will post, right? So marami tayong, may different types of post tayo na nakikita sa may mga different types of posts tayo na nakikita sa social media. So, kunwari, may nakita kayong product, may nakita kayong posting, ni-like nyo or shinare nyo. For a social media manager, kung kayo yung nag-handle ng page na yun, gugustuhin nyo makita kung ilang tao yung nag-comment. Hindi nyo naman pwedeng bilangin yun. Bilangin nyo yung kada post, tapos bibilangin nyo yung likes, right? So, kapag social media manager ka na, meron na tayong mga AI din or CRMs na tinatawag to check all the statistics or analytics or performance ng mga posts. So, that's the Hootsuite, Metricool, Mailchimp, and Zapier. And also this, if for example lang, yung client nyo merong, client nyo would be, for example lang guys, Starbucks. So, yung Starbucks is, meron siyang Facebook, meron siyang Instagram, meron siyang Threads, meron siyang Pinterest, for example, meron siyang LinkedIn and all that stuff. So, these tools, you just have to go to Hootsuite, for example, and then you will upload the picture, you will upload the caption, and then i-check nyo na lang, like may checkbox, i-check nyo na lang yung kung saang social media accounts nyo siya i-upload, kung saang platform nyo siya i-upload. You don't have to yung mano-mano, you don't have to go to, okay, I go to Facebook, I will upload the picture, I will upload the caption. I go to Twitter, I upload the picture, I upload the caption, ganyan. So, hindi na ganon. So, this is what these tools are for. And you will see that when you start to research. So, make sure to screenshot this one and then go back to it after the webinar. So, meron kayong something na at least may knowledge kayong nakuha na, okay, para pala to dito and para to dyan. So that's also the same thing for Mailchimp, Metricool, and Zapier. So marami pang iba to when you go into it, when you have your deeper research, you will see na sobrang dami pa nilang kayang gawin. Aside from analytics and aside from scheduling. Okay, as a social media manager din naman, for me, which is somehow really, really important, is to be really organized, guys. Kapag social media manager ka, somehow, you will be all over the place. You will be doing multiple tasks. Ayan. Agora Pulse, yeah. I think nakita ko na din yan. Free po ba yung tools na yan or need din ng subscription? Guys, yung subscription will be provided by your client, of course. These are free for 30 days, 1 month, ganyan lang siya. And it's Hootsuite comparable, same with Agora Pulse. I think so, yes. Ayan. So, try ko lakasan yung audio mo, guys. Baka sigaw na ako dito. So, okay. So, as a social media manager, kailangan nyo maging organized. Really, really, really organized, guys. Kasi, again, kagaya sabi ko, you'll be doing multiple tasks. You'll be doing different platforms. You're making multiple contents. It's a fun work. If you're really into it, again, hindi mawawala yung saying na you have to love what you're doing, so you don't feel like you're working, you know, like, so yun yung sa project management tool, and I was able to work on it na really deeper. So there's Asana, Monday Board, Notion, and Trello, and there's other things pa na pwedeng yung client nyo. Kasi sa US, they use a lot of this. So, whatever they're using, yun yung ibibigay nila sa inyo. So, kayo yung mag-a-adjust, guys. For example, si client, they're using Asana. If they're using Asana, you have to use Asana. So, you have to research Asana, you have to research kung paano siya gamitin, kung paano siya i-utilize, i-optimize. most of the time tayo yung mag-a-adjust. So it's really good that with this foundation, right? We're on the stage 1, like foundation. You educate yourself how to use it. Hindi yung client yung mag-a-adjust sa atin. So we have to do our part. Notion, Monday Board, and Trello. So these are project management tool. When you're going to create content, schedule content before you put it here sa analytics. Create content, schedule content, yung mga daily task nyo, dyan nyo siya lahat ilalagay. Yung mga graphics na gagawin nyo, yung mga captions na gagawin nyo, dyan nyo siya ilalagay. Okay. Open lang ako ng chat box. Okay. Libre lang po. Ayan. So, I think for 30 days lang, guys. Usually. The rest, after 30 days, may bayad na. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, we're still on the part of foundations. So, what are the steps to develop a social media content strategy? We're going to start with the content, or with how are we going to strategize to develop yung overall social media ng client natin. So number 1 is that we set clear objective. When you're doing something, when you want to do something, hindi mo naman siya gagawin kasi gusto mo lang gawin. May gusto kang mangyari, may gusto kang makitang result, right? So that's the same thing for social media. You can't just post, you can't just ay mag-like ako dito, ay mag-reply ako dito, ay mag-share ako nito, or kausapin ko tong audience na to or followers na to. No, we can't do that. Kung ano yung objective nyo for that month, you focus on that objective. So just for example lang guys, bigay tayo example. For example, the client is, ano ba yung mga nakikita natin right now? Kunwari mga t-shirt na lang sa mga TikTok shop or sa Shopee or sa ads na nakikita nyo sa phone nyo. Kung t-shirt yun, they're selling a t-shirt which is very cheap. For example, 150 pesos. Do you want to focus on the branding? Kasi kung branding lang ng t-shirt and it's 150 pesos, wala na kayong budget to push on the branding or brand awareness. It doesn't have to have that type of objective. For example naman, yung page nyo meron ng 50,000 likes. Meron kang active followers, meron kang active commenters, sharers, audience, buyers. Magpupush ka pa ba ng, ay, sir, ma'am, let's push an objective to gain more likes? No, you don't have to. Or sir, ma'am, mag-push po tayo or mag-present, mag-run tayo ng ads for engagement. No, you don't have to. What you need is sales. So for this month, kung yun yung product nyo, 150 pesos, very cheap, accessible for almost everyone. You have active followers, you have active commenters, engagement, buyers. Push ka lang ng push sa sales because that's the goal, and that's how you're going to think for your client na let's just focus on sales kasi you have this. Parang, I forgot the term, pero you do the i-lessen mo yung mga hindi naman, or like remove it from the picture. Yung mga alam mo namang meron ka na, or yung meron na yung branding or yung client mo, you don't have to do all those stuff. Focus on one thing. For every me, specifically, I focus on it every month kasi mas may nakikita akong result kapag you focus on one thing, and then after that, you will see how it really works. Kasi kapag when you focus on multiple stuff, for example, in 1 month, gagawin mo yung sales, awareness, likes, and engagement. If you focus on all this in 1 month, ang makukuha mo lang would be 25% sales, 25% awareness, 25 likes, 25% engagement. In total, in a month, 100% effort. Pero no, if you focus on 1 month sales 100%, that's what you will get at the end of the month. 100% sales. Okay, so that's the first step. Next is audience analysis. We will identify, okay, when you have a product, sinong bibili ng product mo? Or let's say when you're doing a social media content, you have to decide, you have to think, sino yung audience mo para kanino yung poster mo. Right? So all of us, we have our own specific interest. We all have our likes and dislikes. So for example, for me, I like black. As you can see, yung presentation natin is black. If I see something in social media that's really colorful, or that's, let's say, may nakita akong bag and it's rainbow, yung graphics niya rainbow, but yung bag is black. pag nakita ko yung graphics, tas rainbow yung background and all that, like colorful, I still wouldn't buy that bag kasi black, kahit black siya, kahit favorite ko pa yung black. Kasi how it looks like and how it was written, how it was presented on my social media, I don't like it. So I'm not gonna buy it. Ayun. So when you're doing a social media content, how are you going to strategize? You have to identify, para kanino ba to? Sino ba yung bebentahan mo? Right? So, kunwari lang, yung gentlewoman, which we all know, or some people, if alam niyo yun or not, but it's a bag. It's a luxury bag na parang minimalist siya and all that. So, how they would post it or how they would brand it is, of course, it's minimal, it's aesthetic, tapos it's elegant, right? So, kapag present nila yun sa social media, how they present it in social media. Of course, I would like it kasi ganun din yung personality ko, ganun din yung interest ko. And they don't care if yung mga lalaki is hindi bibili nun kasi hindi naman yun yung audience nila. Right? So, ang audience, let's say, I'm just thinking on top of my head, yung ganong type of bag would probably yung audience nila is 20 to 30 years old or 40 even, 20 to 40 years old women probably works from home or loves to travel or loves fashion. Yun yung mga interest, yun yung mga gusto ng audience na yun. And also, if I think they're international, so Asia, probably I think Asia sila eh. So yung location ina-identify din, right? Another example, last example na for audience analysis is that kunwari yung brand mo nagtitinda ng swimsuit. Kunwari lang international yung client, they're selling swimsuit. Would you sell it in Canada? Would you sell it in parts of US na nagsisnow? No, right? Hindi mo ilalagay doon yung location ng content mo or ng posting mo sa mga malalamig na lugar kasi you're selling summer stuff, you're selling swimwear, summer outfits, right? So, yun yung mga kailangan yung i-analyze and to strategize like yung product ko para kanino, para saan, and sino yung magkakagusto, yung taong yun, ano yung ginagawa niya, ano yung trabaho niya, magugustuhan niya ba to and all that. So, last note is that when you are focusing, right, parang kapag you have a target na marami, in the end, wala kang makukuha because you're like throwing 10 stones in one bird and pwedeng lahat yun all over the place lang siya and walang tatama dun sa target or dun yung bird na yon, like that type of person or sale or target market, hindi mo yun makukuha kasi parang binato mo na lang kahit saan, sige kahit sino nang tamaan, right? So, ganun. For audience analysis, that's really important. Next is platform selection. We will start to optimize, we will start to utilize. Ano yung term na optimize, ano yung term na utilize? Optimize is that when you buy your phone, pag bili mo ng phone mo, right, minsan yung phone mo nilalagay mo ng name, yung mga settings inaayos mo, nilalagay mo ng mga applications, nilalagay mo ng information, nilalagay mo ng mga contact number, nilalagay mo ng address mo just in case na mawala, etc., etc. So that's what is optimized is like all the information that you have to put on that platform, you will do. Kasi for example, meron kang page. Dito kasi nag-i-start yon. When you create the page of your client, hindi pwedeng create mo yung page tapos yun na. What if there's a person that will look for it or a person that will search like bags in Metro Manila, like for sale bags, etc. or for sale shoes in Dento. And yung page mo walang address. Yung page mo is walang enough information to call or to check or to inquire. That's the platform selection. We have to optimize. We have to insert all the necessary information para mahanap tayo ng audience natin or ng target market natin. And then the word utilize. Utilize is to use it efficiently and effectively. Even if you have a page that is optimized, even if you have objectives, if you have audiences, right audiences na na-plan mo, if you're not going to use that platform, you're not posting anything, you're not doing the stories, you're not sharing, you're not liking, you're not engaging, walang mangyayari. Okay? If nothing changes, nothing changes. If wala kang gagawin, walang mangyayari. Okay, so that's for optimize and utilize for the platform selection. Once you decide, okay, Facebook yung gagamitin ng client mo. Again, hindi lahat ng products, hindi lahat ng brand, merong Facebook page, may Instagram. So, depende yan. If yung client nyo gusto ng Instagram lang, wala kayong magagawa. Instagram lang yung gagamitin nyo. Now, you will the term, you will optimize the Instagram, you will complete all the necessary information, and then you will utilize it as best as you can. Paano mo yun gagawin? Gagawa ka ng reels kasi merong reels ang Instagram. Gagawa ka ng stories kasi merong stories ang Instagram. Gagawa ka ng highlights. Gagawa ka ng magandang feed for Instagram kasi yun yung branding ni Instagram din naman. Yun yung purpose ng Instagram. So you just have to focus on that end. If yung Instagram is gagawin mong parang Twitter, like or parang X na wala kang ilalagay na picture, plain picture, tapos lalagyan mo na magandang caption, it doesn't work. Kasi hindi ganun nag-work yung platform. Okay, you have to focus sa strength ng platform as a social media manager. You have to focus sa strength ng platform and then optimize and utilize it. Next is research and creation. So you have to research trends, posting, copywriting, editing. After setting clear objectives, setting kung sino yung magiging audience nyo, you're optimizing and utilizing, it doesn't stop there. Lagi nyo namang maririnig yun na fast-paced yung technology ngayon and yung trends. Right? So, nag-iiba yung gusto ng tao, nag-iiba yung trending, halos araw-araw. We see that in social media. Yung dating copywriting na minimal, ngayon hindi. Padamihan na information, mas maganda. Pagandahan ng value, mas maganda. When it comes to editing, before then, parang what I saw before is parang post lang ng post. Ngayon, kailangan yung color, yung caption, or sorry, yung font rather, yung mga text, kailangan may value, kailangan konti pero may laman. So, yan, you have to also decide on that one para you will get the result that you want. So, for the research and creation. And then lastly is the performance measurement. Everything that you do here, you will not improve if you don't base it or if you don't have a basis on what to improve on. For example, you're doing this every month. You're doing everything right every month. Pero paano mo malalaman kung tama yung ginagawa mo? Like, anong basis mo na tama siya? Kasi madaming likes, kasi madaming engagement. What if, even though, kahit may 1 million followers ka na, may 1 million likes ka na, pero yung mga tao mo or yung mga followers mo is stagnant. Meaning, hindi nag-grow. You have 10,000 likes per month. Sayang naman you have 1 million followers but you only have 10,000 likes per month. Parang 10% lang yun or 1% lang yun ng followers mo na nagla-like sa'yo. So, yung growth doesn't have to stop. Whatever thing that you can do to have consistent growth na yung tinatawag. Not stagnant na consistent ka lang sa ganitong number, hindi. Consistent growth, meaning every month, let's say, or quarterly or yearly, meron kang kahit pa paano may growth ka. So on how you will do this is you measure your performance and then you check on the improvements. Ano yung mga weakness ng post mo, ano yung weakness ng strategy mo, ano yung mga weakness na pwede mo i-improve para sooner or later, yung mga weakness na yun magiging strength mo na. Okay, so that's these are the steps and then iisa-isahin pa natin to guys. So these are just foundations. Later we will go in deeper. Okay, I'm just gonna check you accept saan po pwede. Ilang post a day po ang advisable para masabing utilize at effective ang post? For this question, it depends sa platform. For example, on Instagram, they suggest 1 post a day, 3 to 5 stories per day. So, ganun siya. For Facebook, I think na 3 times a day yung posting nila. And then, yung stories, not so much. So, parang gusto nila na may social media posting ka sa Facebook na 3 beses, isa sa umaga, sa tanghali, and then sa gabi. And then yung stories, they don't focus on it. Mainly, pag nag-comment, kailangan mag-reply ka kaagad para yung engagement mas mataas. Kapag may nag-share, mag-thank you pa. So, ganun siya as a social media manager. Ask ko lang po, if social media manager ka, dapat ba alam mo din mag-FB advertisement? Yes. Somehow, sometimes, it's part of it. Depende sa client nyo, guys. So, for example, may client ka na may binibenta siya and kailangan niya mag-advertise. You have to do the advertising kapag hinire ka niya and they will say it naman, they will share it to you na this is what I need. Pero merong mga client, minsan coaches or realtor or like social media personality they want to call themselves na kailangan ko lang ng someone that will create content for me. Kasi wala siyang binibenta. Like, sarili niya lang, gusto niya lang na magkaroon ng maraming followers. So, kailangan ko lang ng content, kailangan ko lang ng daily posting, and then that's what you will do. Create ka lang ng daily posting, create mo pa rin to, pero you will not run advertising. Pero if yung client nyo would be selling product, selling something, of course, they want i-invest sila sa advertisements. Yan. Sa audience analysis, as social media manager, may way po ba na target yung tamang audience? May way po ba na ma-target yung tamang audience? So, ito muna yung sasagutin ko last question for this line. May way po ba na tamang ma-target yung audience? Ang tamang way is alamin mo yung brand mo. Alamin mo yung client mo. Yun lang yung tamang way. And then you will decide, you will strategize um, kung yung mga audience na yun is good enough. You can always change this one. You can always change your audience naman if you think na it will not be effective or it's not being effective, na pwede pa siyang may improve. You can always change it. Kasi makikita mo yung performance makikita mo na, ay, mas maraming nagla-like na babae kaysa sa lalaki. For example lang, you're selling unisex na bag, like black, brown, neutral yung colors. And you were targeting, like, nilalagay mo sa ads mo, tina-target mo babae. Pero, nagugulat ka, pag makikita nyo kasi yun guys, makikita nyo yun sa reporting, magugulat ka na ang dami nagla-like na guys. Ang dami kasi when it comes to customer, yung mga talagang buyers, biglang lalaki yung bumibili. Kasi you don't know it until you know it. Kapag nangyari yun, now, you improve it. Ito yung performance measurement. Pagkita nyo ng monthly report, gawin nyo yung improvement. Okay, sir, ma'am, or client, let's try putting the target audience to male because yung mga bumibili sa atin are males and yung people that are sharing our post are like mainly men. Now, let's do it. Tapos biglang nag-double, triple yung sales and all that. So, that's how you will figure out kung sino yung tamang target audience. Ganun siya. Hindi siya na parang everything in our life naman, we don't know until we tried na, so the thing is we have to change, we have to improve things. Okay. Thank you so much guys for being so active. Okay, next is, ito na guys. Iisa-isahin na natin siya, right? So, setting clear objectives. So, yun na nga, defining business objectives. Ano yung sa Facebook, when you go to Facebook, merong sales. So, alam nyo na yung sales, of course. That's very obvious na. Benta. Yun ba yung objective nyo? Or, let's say, brand awareness. Example tayo. Sa brand awareness kasi, for example, merong mga product na they don't have to have benta ng sales. Gusto lang nilang makilala. For example, ito na nga, yung Starbucks. Kasi I'm in Starbucks right now. So, for example, yung Starbucks, we know that they have multiple customers already. Like, sila, parang yung number one coffee shop, right? Local sa Philippines. They don't have to have sales. Ang kailangan lang nila, maalala sila ng tao. Na kapag lumabas tayo, we go out somewhere, we have to remember them. We have to remember, ay, parang gusto ko ng kape. Diba? So when they're posting, when they're doing social media, mapapansin nyo yan, even if you go to their account right now, wala silang sinasabi na 299 Frappuccino, coffee jelly, etc. Or 270 grande, etc. etc. Walang gano'n, walang price, walang anything, walang sales. It's mainly, they're just making us remember them. So yun yung objective nila, is just brand awareness. Maalala sila ng tao, makilala sila ng tao. What was the other one? Ayan, likes and engagement. For example, yun na nga, yung mga social media personality or coaches. Yung maririnig nyo na itong mga term, yung mga coaches. They just want for them to have, to build credibility or masabing legit sila is they need that number of likes, they need that number of followers. So, for example, guys, wala yung BAME. For example, wala yung BAME, I do this webinar and then meron lang ako, like, right now, I only have like 400, 500 followers, right? But BAME has 16,000 or like going 20,000 na followers. if both of us will do a separate seminar, kanino kayo pupunta? Of course, kay Babe. Because merong sense of a lot of people already trust them. A lot of people already know them and they're giving quality webinars talaga. They're putting a lot of effort into it. They're running ads. Of course, dun ako makikinig. So sometimes, coaches or whatever company, whatever brand, yun yung isa sa goal nila is to have likes, to have followers. So you define that. Depende sa kung sino yung magiging client nyo. Next is one thing, engagement. Engagement, I think it comes also with the likes. Kasi kapag dumadami yung engagement mo, it's either from one side or the other. For example, pwedeng mag-start ka sa maraming likes, tapos tsaka dadami yung engagement mo. Pero sa mga social media influencer, mapapansin nyo, kailangan may mag-trending muna silang isang post. Kailangan yung isang post na yun magkaroon ng maraming engagement, maraming matatawa, maraming magko-comment. One thing I remember right now is yung angkas. When they do a posting, it's really interactive. Tapos ako, even me, magko-comment ako doon, i-mention ko yung friend ko. That's engagement. Hindi yung likes. Kasi minsan nga, hindi ko nila like yung post nila, pero yung engagement na ginagawa ko is nag-engage ako sa post nila. So, nagko-comment ako, nagme-mention ako, and then somehow, maybe soon, tsaka ako ilalike yung page. So, either kung ano yung mauna doon, pero you have to have that objective. Kasi last na example is that you can create posting, you can create content na quiz or polls or you're asking your audience. Kunwari lang guys, ano sa tingin nyo, ano yung perspective nyo about 299 engagement ring? Ganun yung pinost nyo, like ng jewelry store, ganun yung pinost. Para lang mag-trending siya. So, that store was asking for engagement. That store wasn't looking for likes or sales, right? Naghahanap sila ng engagement para mag-trending, para i-like or makilala yung page nila. So, yun siya. Okay, that's probably the last example. I hope guys naiintindihan yan. Next is identify key metrics. Ito yung para siyang performance. Kasama siya sa performance measurement. When you're setting clear objectives, of course, start lang yung mga binagit ko kanina, yung engagement, sales, awareness, or likes. So, aside from that, going deeper, meron pang key metrics. Like, ano yung main goal? Makikita nyo kung dito kasi sa key metrics, later may mas malalim pa ulit na version nito, is that, yung growth ng page. For example, meron kang 20,000 yung client mo. Right? Nung nakuha mo yung client mo, meron na siyang 20,000 likes for January. For February, dapat somehow maging 21,000 siya. Or maging 22,000 or anything. Kailangan meron kang nire-reach na numbers. This one is like mainly numbers. Specific metrics, specific numbers, and makikita nyo to sa reporting. Kailangan yung likes tumaas, yung engagement tumaas, may percentage to, yung sales tumaas, yung profit tumaas. So, ito is numbers. So, you have to identify that before the start of the month. Kunwari, January right now, dapat nagsiset, as a social media manager, magsiset na ako ng objectives for February. So, for February, I'm looking forward to, let's say, 500 plus likes. Depende yun sa group, sa kung ano status ng page. Pero ganun, for example. And then, kailangan meron kaming yung client ko or yung company should have 20 sales from social media content. So, may ganun ka nang ina-expect, may ganun ka nang binibigay sa client mo. You have to give that to them. Next is establish baseline data. Ito yun na yung baseline data na sinasabi ko. So, para mabuo ko yung key metrics, I have to have that baseline data. Kapag nagkaroon kayo ng client, guys, pag nagkaroon kayo, na-hire kayo ng isang client, before kayo mag-start mag-work, kunin nyo lahat ng metrics. Kasi dun yung mapapakita sa kanila na effective yung ginawa nyo. Gets ba? Kasi pag nag-start kayo mag-work, tapos tinanong ng client nyo, what happened, what improved, what went right, what went wrong. Para like, paano ha? Kasi yung mga client ganito, minsan you will probably encounter it. Lalo na pag wala kayong agency, pag sarili nyo lang. Paano pag sinabi sa inyo ng client nyo, I don't think anything happened. Parang wala namang naging growth yung page mo. Paano nyo yung sasagutin kung wala kayong baseline data? Wala kayo papakita, no. Last January, ito lang yung likes ng page mo. At the end of January, dumagdag siya ng ganito. So, yun. Yun guys, to make yourself secure and to make yourself at peace na you're doing things that you have to do and then magkakaroon siya ng result, you have to have that baseline data. So, ayan, one of my experiences, this happened and sobrang hirap niya kasi wala akong baseline data. So, yung KPI or incentive na dapat kong makuha, hindi ko siya nakuha kasi wala akong maipakita na data kasi nagsimula ako magtrabaho agad. Okay, so, establish everything at first. Kaya ito yung ina-explain ko ngayon. Next is set realistic targets. Ito na. This is another reason why I didn't get an incentive. Tinanong ako. So, meron kasing mga ganitong client. Tatanungin talaga kayo, okay. So, para makakuha ng incentive, yung KPI na tinatawag nila, ano yung gusto mo, tatanungin ka nila, ano yung gusto mo ibigay sa akin or sa company ko. So, nagbigay ako ng number na akala ko madali lang. Hindi ako nag-research, hindi ko muna tinignan, hindi muna ako nagpa-guide or anything like that. Like, basically, nagbigay ako ng unrealistic number. And hindi ko na-reach. Like, kahit gawin ko yung best ko, hindi ko siya ma-reach. Kasi sobrang imposible niya. Kasi parang, alam mo, natuwa ka lang, ganyan. Natuwa ka lang, na-hire ka, so, nagbigay ka ng napakataas na akala mo madali lang. So, ayun na nga, set realistic targets. This is just very basic. You guys will understand it. Huwag tayo masyadong ma-excite na or what do you call it? Yung magpapasikat, ganyan yung term, diba? Na parang, yes, I can do that, I can do this. Always research, back up, and think about it muna. And then, if kunwari lang, nagbigay ka ng realistic target, and sinabi ng client mo na, that's too low. Parang madali mo lang yung makukuha. So, bigyan mo lang, pwede ka makipag-negotiate. You can tell them na, for starters, since kakapasok ko lang, hindi ko pa alam how it works, then maybe, pwede kayo mag-meet sa middle. Kung ano yung, kunwari, kung gusto niya ng 20, binigay mo 10, then maybe 15. So, something like that yung sa negotiation. Next is monitoring system. So, when you're setting clear objectives din kasi is, decide na kung ano yung tools na gagamitin mo. Yung mga tools na binigay ko kanina, mag-Hootsuite ka ba, mag-Metricool ka ba, kasi mahirap guys, kunwari, 30 days yung posting nyo. So, tapos sa 30 days, lahat ng 30 postings nyo or more, pwedeng more, iisa-isahin nyo yun to get all the engagement, to get all the likes, to get all the data. No. You use the systems, you use the CRMs, decide on it. Kapag wala kayong ganon, yun ang sinasabi ko, for 30 days lang yun free, then you have to ask your client, what are the CRMs that we're going to use? Para din sa inyo kasi yun talaga guys, promise. Magagamit nyo rin yun sa portfolio nyo when you end the contract with that client and then you will start your new job na, oh, for my previous client, this is what I got. This is the result that I had. So, yun yung kahalagahan nito guys to start with. Okay, next is, ayan na, let's go deeper. With the audience analysis, yung part 2 kanina, right? Foundations. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Women or male, you decide. Kung ang binibenta nyo makeup, obviously, women. Let's do makeup na lang yan. So, alisin nyo na yung male sa audience nyo. 20s to 40s, probably, kasi 20s or 15, hindi ko alam kung may mga Facebook yung, alam ko hindi, parang 18 pinaka, what do you call it? 18 yung pinaka bata na pwedeng ilagay sa advertising. And then, parang 99 plus na yata yung sa pinakamatanda. Pero for example, lang 40s of course, mga nagme-makeup over 60s. So you decide, local or international, Philippines ba or yung product nyo. Kasi magkakaroon kayo ng client na international of course. Ito pa, pinaka-important din. Yung target market nyo ba nag-online shopping? Kasi merong mga target market or merong pasok like women, 20s, 40s, local, pero hindi bumibili sa online shop kasi na-scam na before or anything. So, yung Facebook, meron silang option na ganyan. And then you just have to decide. Kasi pwedeng yung brand nyo or yung client nyo, hindi sila nag-offer ng online. Like, ng online shopping. Like, nag-ads lang sila doon, pero gusto nila pupunta sa physical store. So, you decide that one. That's online shopping or not. And then, additional interests are, kunwari, so, kung yung product you make up, for sure, other interest nun is nagta-travel. Kasi pag lumalabas ka, nagme-makeup ka, right? Ganyan. Or fashion. Kasi pag fashionista ka, for sure, mahilig ka rin mag-makeup. Or ano pa yung other interest na connected. So, ganon. Branch lang siya. Kung ano sa tingin nyo. For example, yung binibenta nyo makeup, yung interest, hindi nyo pwede ilagay NBA. Hindi nyo pwede ilagay, I don't know, like cars. Yan, diba? So, kasi ganon siya. Or the other way around. kung yung target audience nyo or kung yung binibenta nyo is car, ba't kayo maglalagay ng interest in makeup, interest in fashion, interest in bags? Siyempre, kung cars yun, ang interest possible ng mga taong interesado sa cars is interesado din sa basketball, interesado sa golf, or interesado in fashion. Fashion kasi very unisex naman, so kahit sino. So, yun siya. You have to decide on that one. Check lang ako ng question, guys. Ayan. So, sabi dito, so once you become social media manager, so dapat halos alam lahat, no? Kasi from doing captions to admin work. I don't see or I'm not sure with the term admin work kung ano yun, but hindi ko kasi masabing admin work kasi ang alam kong administrative work is parang you're following your boss's instructions about other stuff. Yung social media management is talagang lahat sa social media, guys. Lahat ng gagawin nyo is sa social media. So, yun siya. I can't say the admin work yet. Pero kung ang meaning mo ng admin work is mag-create ng caption, mag-type, kasama kasi siya, guys. So, yun siya, yes, kasama lahat yun. Yung mga copywriting, yung decisions, yung strategies. So, that's what social media is for. Ayan. Kasama po ba sa SMM responsibility pag-reply ng comments like inquiry? Yes. Again, this would be the last question for this one muna. Yes, yung pag-reply sa comments, pag-reply sa inquiries. Pero guys, eto pa, may exception. Exception yan palagi. Yung workload nyo. Always think about it. Di ba? So, for example, nag-apply kayo sa isang trabaho. Kung meron kayong merong ibibigay sa inyo na, ito lang yung task mo. Para you will be able to do it effectively. Kasi kung gagawin mo lahat na ibibigay sa'yo, tell them, kaya ba yun in 8 hours? Kung kaya mo yun in 8 hours, tell them. Set realistic goals. Tell them na, yes, I can probably do inquiries, pero makakasagot lang ako ng inquiries 20 to 50 per day. Kasi baka magkaroon kayo ng client na yung inquiries 1,000 plus. Like, pwede, yun lang yung gagawin mo the whole day. Wala ka na ibang, di ka nagagawa ng content, di ka nagagawa ng engagement, di ka nagagawa ng strategy. Inquiries ka lang. Pwedeng ganon. Or you tell them, you suggest them, guys, it's okay rin naman to talk. Communication is the key. Talk to your clients. Let them know na maybe this is a good problem. Let them know this is a good problem. Maybe we have to have additional person to answer inquiries para maganda yung mga maisasagot. Kasi kung marami nga inquiries tapos bara-bara naman yung sagot, right? Like, yes, no ka lang, you're not engaging, you're not selling something. Sayang din yun sa end nyo or sa overall company. Sayang yung effort. Kasi connected yun eh. When you're creating quality post, when you're engaging, people will inquire, people will message. So, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, as long as nagagawa ko trabaho ko, hayaan ko na yung inquiries. Hindi, sayang. Like, yun yung result eh. Malapit ka na sa sale. Malapit ka na sa benta. So, all of these things are really important to be handled properly. Okay, next. Ayan. Thank you so much guys sa mga answer nyo. Right now, we have 300 participants. Yan. Okay, so eto na. Inisa-isa ko na. Yung kanina was like foundations, but this one overall na. We have to decide our platform selection. Anong platform? Anong platform? Ilang platform? You ask your client. Kasi for every platform, hindi lang yan, okay, may Facebook ka pero wala kang gagawin sa Facebook. Kapag nag-decide yung client nyo na they will give you Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, sa lahat ng platform na yan, may gagawin kang activity. Hindi siya, kahit ibigay niya 4, tapos 2 lang yung bibigyan mo na activity. So, it doesn't work like that. Lahat na ibibigay niya sa inyong platform, na client na platform, you have to handle it. You have to manage it. Yun yung social media management. So, although social media, you will manage. So, you decide. And then you talk to them then kung ano yung kaya mong gawin. Kasi kung YouTube, I think wala ka naman merong bago sa YouTube ngayon na parang community tab na you can post photos. Pero of course, what is YouTube for? Long form videos. Saan manggagaling yung long form videos? Pag ikaw ba magsa-social media manage, ikaw din magagawa ng content ng gano'n, like mahabang videos. Kasi minimum dun, suggested is like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, let's say. Pinaka-short na yun Sino gagawa? Ikaw ba? Or meron siyang video editor and then yung video editor lang magpapasa sa ng video. So, yeah, ito yung mga dapat yung itanong. And then, for example, yung sinabi ko kanina, Instagram, madali lang to. So, kasama to sa work mo, content creation, copywriting, and engagement, Facebook, same thing. Facebook, yun na nga, yung may inquiries, right? So, tanongin yung client nyo, like, kung nagbebenta sila and marami silang inquiries, sino sasagot? Ikaw din ba? And kung ikaw sasagot, gaano kadami yung sasagutan mo? So, ito yung mga things na kailangan nyo i-clarify sa client mo for you guys to give them great result. Kasi even if you say yes, 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 agreeable ka nga, okay ka makipag-communicate sa client mo. Let's say, you're working really hard, minsan 8 to 12 hours ka pa. Sa VA guys, hindi ibig sabihin na sa bahay ka, hawak mo na din oras mo and all that. Kasi sometimes, if there's a lot of tasks, talagang magtatrabaho ka din in that type of, I mean, like longer hours, depende. So, yun, clear. Make it clear to them na sa 8 hours mo, gaano karaming task yung kaya mo i-handle. So, kahit mag-yes ka pa sa lahat ng yan, magugustuhan ka niya kasi nag-yes ka. Pag nakita pag yung client mo walang nakitang result, hindi rin maganda yung magiging feedback niya. So, decide on that one. Platform selection and then task management. Next is research and creation. So, all of this could be your baseline, could be something where you can start, Grammarly, ChatGPT, Canva, CapCut, Jasper, and then the other three, you decide if you want to learn, go lang, wala namang limit, doesn't have to. And if you're really into it, go lang ng go. Pwede kayong manggaling, share ko lang din. Pwede kayong manggaling from one phase to another eh. Kasi ako before, akala ko parang executive assistant type lang din ako. Pero parang as nag-move forward, as nag-work ako, parang, ayoko pala nung nagsiset ng meeting, ayoko nung hindi creative. Ganyan. Kasi sa social media, feeling ko lang din sa social media management, it's more of creativity. So, nung nalaman ko na, nag-enjoy ako mag-graphics. Like, sometimes, kahit sobra na yung oras ng work ko, hanggang gabi, parang nag-enjoy ako mag-graphics, nag-enjoy ako mag-copywriting. Wala na lang sa akin yun. So, ganun, something that you really enjoy. You can go from one place to another. So, doon ko na nalaman na, social media manager na lang ako or marketing manager na lang ako kasi I like to strategize, I like to do things na creative. Ayun. So, what if mag-start ka social media manager tapos nagustuhan mo na, ayoko ng Canva kasi sobrang limited. Gusto ko pa ng maraming design. Gusto ko pa gumawa ng maraming videos. Then, yun. Pwede ka mag-Adobe, pwede ka mag-Photoshop and mag-Premiere Pro. So, and all this, again, babayaran yan ng client nyo if kayo magbabayad. Unless gusto nyo kayo magbayad or meron kayo, pwede rin naman yun. Performance management. So, eto na rin. Gagamitin nyo na yan. Yung Hootsuite, Metricool, MailChimp. Isa lang dito, guys. Hindi ko alam. I think pare-pares lang kasi to. Iba-iba lang na parang brand. So, anyone lang na pwede nyo magamit dito, pwede na yun. Okay. Next is, content planning. So, let's answer a bit of questions. Hello. Any tips on how to effectively increase followers? Can I get certification? There's different social media. Ayan. Eto tayo. So, there's a difference between social media manager and social media marketer. But why? There's a time when a social media manager ended up being a social media marketer as well, such as determining the target. Siguro kasi, guys, for every client, para silang DNA. Iba-iba talaga yung kailangan nila. For example, hinire ka as social media manager. Pero hindi you will manage the social media, you will optimize, you will get the engagement, pero meron silang graphic artist in-house. So, ibig sabihin, nabawasan yung work mo. Hindi ka gumagawa ng content, hindi ka gumagawa ng caption. So, what they will do, they will have you market their product. Mag-a-ads ka, maggagawa ka ng ibang type of thing para ma-market, ibang task para ma-market yung product nila. So parang as much as they can, ganun din yung mga client, they utilize you, they make use of your time. Kung ano yung binabayad nila sa inyo per hour, papagawa sila ng ibang task. And one thing, this perspective for me, I don't see it as negative because it's also a way for us para kang merong free seminar, free webinar, free training. Kasi pag binigyan ka nila, for example guys tayo, and this happened to me, hindi ako super like effective pa before mag-ads. So social media manager lang ako. I was really creative. And then sabi nung client na, can you do ads? Sabi ko, yes, I do have a minor knowledge about it. Pero I'm not, meron kang allowance to make mistakes. Tapos learning curve siya sa'yo. So you don't, so parang bibigyan ka nila ng small budget. You will learn how to do ads, you will learn how to do this, what to do, etc. etc. So, habang nagsa-social media manage ako noon, nag-ads ako, pero okay lang magkamali, or let's say, okay lang walang result. Kasi alam naman nila at first na hindi ko yun forte, or hindi yun yung focus ko, and hindi yun yung in-applyan ko. Right? So, dun siya magiging positive. Titingnan mo lang naman talaga all these things. You have to look it into a, like, positive yung perspective mo. Like, what is it for me? What I can get from this situation na positive, right? So, ganun yung nangyari. Okay. And then, let's say, after several months or weeks na working for them, um, after ko mag-work for them, ang title ko na, social media, let's say, digital marketing specialist. Kasi I know already how to market, I know how to manage. So, from that experience, nadagdagan sa akin, napaganda yung title ko, napaganda yung rate ko. Right? So, and then when someone will ask you na, can you do this? Can you do ads? Can you do manage? Yes, di ba? So, yun yung sagot mo. So yeah, it happens, guys. Yung client is like DNA. Iba-iba talaga. Iba-iba yung kailangan. Iba-iba yung product. Iba-iba yung task. And it depends sa atin kung how willing are we to take on those challenges na pwede nilang ibigay sa atin. If we see it as negative or if we see it as an opportunity to learn more. Yan, sige. Medyo mahaba na yun. Okay. Next is, okay, content planning. We're on the knowledge application, guys. So this time, we're done with the foundation. So I hope, ayan, may mga natutunan tayo sa foundations. Ano yung mga dapat nating i-establish before we dive deeper sa social media management. So yun yung mga basic, ayan. Alam niyo na yan. Okay, let's go to the knowledge application. How are we going to apply all this? Guys, disclaimer lang. I know 300 of you are listening. Baka mag-reconnect ako. Pag nawala to, mag-reconnect ako sa different Wi-Fi. So, ayan, later, pag nawala na lang. So, ayan, okay, content planning. For content planning, you have what I see. Pag nag-create ka ng content, guys, hindi pwede create lang ng create. Okay? Merong tinatawag na visual consistency. Especially, what I see this na parang pinaka-important siya is sa Instagram. Kailangan consistent. Kasi when you go to Instagram, tabi-tabi yung picture. So, makikita kung ano yung tsura ng mga gawa mo. Like, in a general view, pag nasa phone ka, ang makikita mo, I think 3, 6, 9, 12, mga 15 posts pag nasa phone ka, ng isang tinginan lang. So, kapag makalat siya, pag magulo siya, sobrang sakit sa mata and it's not attractive. Yung mga visitors ng page mo, parang walang nakikitang credibility, walang nakikitang professionalism dun sa brand. So, that's what visual consistency is for. Next is content pillar. Let's say you have the visual consistency. Maganda tingnan. Pag-click dun sa picture, titingnan yung caption. Pagdating ng caption mo, walang caption, puro hashtag lang. Like, okay, anong gagawin nila dun sa visual mo? Wala namang information. So, yun yung content pillars and we will go deeper into it. Okay, so let's say visual consistency, maganda. Pagdating ng caption, ang ganda rin. May mga pillars, may content. Pero kung paano mo ni-write, kung paano mo tinype, ano bang magandang example? Kung paano mo siya tinype straight from ChatGPT. Ito na yung sinasabi ng iba na nandun lahat ng emoji, tapos walang tamang spacing, or yung kung paano magsalita parang robot. Ma-identify nyo yan, guys. Kapag tumitingin kayo, pag bumibili kayo ng product, or kapag nakikinig kayo sa isang tao, you know if it's galing sa ChatGPT or not because of how they write it, how they put it. Ano ba to? Ang lalalim ng word. Parang hindi nakikipag-usap sa tao. Kasi ganun yung ChatGPT. Puro discover, unleash, potential, power. Like, if right now, ganun na yung binavalue ngayon na posting. Dapat parang you're talking to a person, you're not talking to a computer. So, kapag nag-create kayo ng caption, kahit may content, may visual consistency yan, maganda, meron kang topic, pero kung paano ka magsalita, or kung paano binabasa, or kung paano pinopost, kung paano mo nira-write yung mga content mo, is kinaka-copy-paste mo lang sa Google, ayun, yun yung great example, di ba? Kapag nung nag-aaral tayo, pag nagkuha tayo ng article, nag-research tayo, straight from ChatGPT, wala pa ChatGPT, straight from Google. And then our teachers will say na, ano to, kinapapaste mo lang sa Google, kinapapaste mo lang sa Wikipedia. So, ano ginagawa natin before? Tinatanggal natin yung mga hyper numbers, yung mga highlight, di ba? So, pero basic pa yon, tinatanggal mo pa lang yung mga halata. Pero you have to change. So, sa atin yun naman siya. It's not bad to use ChatGPT. It's not used to get help from AI. Pero, make sure na align siya with the branding, align siya with the voice. For example, sports, right? Kung nagbebenta ka ng basketball shoes, make sure na yung writing mo, yung captions mo, maiintindihan ng mga basketball players. Make sure na maiintindihan siya ng mga athletes. Okay, so ganon. Yun yung tone of voice. And then engagement loop. So for the engagement loop, when you're planning for your content, make sure na yung content mo lang din is people will come back for more. People will follow. People will like your page kasi meron silang nakukuhang value. Hindi pwedeng, okay, nag-post ka ng something. Eto, some pages that I remember. Merong isang page, what they do is nagbibigay graphic page siya, like page siya ng graphic artist. And what they're giving is color, parang nagmamatch sila ng color, nagsasuggest sila ng magagandang fonts. And yung mga content na nilalabas niya, ito yung mga ginagamit ko sa inyo ngayon. Like, hindi ako gumagamit ng magulong font, hindi ako gumagamit ng iba't ibang type of colors na sobrang colorful na nakakawala na ng attention. So, that page, they're giving me valuable content. That's why, number one, natutuwa ko. Kasi when you're giving, you will get, right? Yun naman yun. What you give, you will get. So, they're giving value and they're getting audiences. They're getting us. Diba? Kung kayo may interested kayo sa paggawa ng creatives, ng graphics, ng colors, ng fonts, for sure, you will follow them. Ayan. So, what other example? News. Diba? We're following, let's say, platforms, Showtime, Itbulaga, or kung ano mga social media accounts right now. We're following them because they're giving us news, they're giving us updates. And for example, yung entertainment, they're giving us funny clips, they're giving us entertainment, it makes our day better. So yun yung point nila, kaya sila nagaganon, gumagawa ng mga ganong content because they want us to keep coming back, to keep being engaged with us. So kapag nag-create kayo ng content, ganun din. Kailangan iisipin nyo na yung followers ko ba, yung followers or yung audiences ba namin will come back for more? May nakikita ba silang value dito? Hindi yung nag-post ka lang ng picture tapos yun na yun. So, yun. We also have to consider those. Okay, let's answer a few questions lang. Can I be SFM kahit hindi na ako kagaling sa creativity? Ayan. Let's answer 2 questions from this slide. Is that, hindi ko hindi. Kasi, again, kagaya na sinabi ko, yung learning doesn't stop. So, if you have the heart to do this, yung mga sinasabi ko, if you're willing, and let's say, if you wanna do it to provide for your family, the creativity will come. Guys, I still believe that talent is not given. It can be practiced. For example, pinanganak ka, hindi ka naman pinanganak sa singer na family. If you wanna just practice daily, like every 3 hours daily for 365 days, you will be a singer. So, same thing for being creative. Hindi kailangan nasa dugo. If you do the hard work, you will be a creative person. Next is, from your experience, do you coordinate din ba with other employees of your client po para sa page nila? Yes, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, depende. For example, the client has graphic artist already, meron ng video editor. So, ano na yon, team na yon. Parang pag nag-work ka sa isang company. So, yeah. So, let's move with visual consistency. So, dito sa visual consistency is, medyo nag-worry ako sa audio. Off ko na lang. Ayan. So, sa visual consistency is that yung branding, kagaya ng tone of voice, kagaya ng content, you have to align it with your client or with the product or with the brand, right? So, eto nga, yung client na to is investor. Hindi niya kailangan ng sales kasi medyo marami siyang sa personal area niya, marami siyang business na ina-handle na hindi niya kailangan kumita from social media. Like basically, ang gusto niya lang, kagaya ng sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, is that gusto niya lang magkaroon ng content kasi wala siyang time to do social media, basically. Wala siyang time even mag-like or mag-message sa mga kakilala niya, mag-like ng ibang post, mag-comment. So, nag-hire siya ng someone, like medyo mayaman na talaga siya, nag-hire lang siya ng social media manager, not to run ads, hindi rin yun, to just create content, valuable content, and magkaroon ng branding yung pangalan niya. So that's what happened here. And of course, binis ko sa personality niya. His personality was straightforward, Vietnamese American, elegant. Gusto niya clean lang, gusto niya may value. Um, and of course, real estate and entrepreneur. Yan. So, ganun siya. Like, nag-put up din siya ng business milk tea shop sa Houston, Texas. So, yun siya. Ito yung ginawa namin. And then also, he wants to tackle with mental health. And so, this is what we did with this client. Ginawa ko lang is, of course, I followed kung ano yung branding niya. Malinis, simple, elegant. So, that's why it's important to have consistent branding para ito yung itsura niya sa Instagram para when you look at it on Instagram, sobrang ganda niya tingnan, malinis, and gugustuhin mong tingnan or magtagal dun sa profile niya. Gusto mong basahin lahat kasi alam mong may matututunan ka. Right? So, hindi siya cluttered tingnan. Depende na lang din sa perception. Some people will not like it, some will. Pero of course, let's just focus on the positive side na will it look good? Does it look professional? And number one pa is actually sometimes it doesn't matter kung ano gusto na iba. Ang focus mo is gusto ba ng client mo. So if gusto ng client mo, then that's okay. Okay, so that's for visual consistency. Next is the content pillars. So ito na yung deeper area, yung content pillar. Like, ano yung ina-topic mo? Yung pillar, hindi siya, guys, hindi siya, you may not be familiar with the word na pillar, pero pillar is like columns or foundation ng magiging content mo. So let's say content topics, yan, para mas madali sa inyo, or content ideas, ganyan. So sa content pillars, you will decide kung yung product mo, for example, is something na ginagamit, like probably, alam mo yung technology for the face, or bike, yan na lang. For example, bike, mga parts ng bike, right? Or mga ginagamit to fix the bike. So if may binibenta kang ganun, ang magandang content would be how to use this product, how to use this screw, how to use this brake, or how to attach this one if you're selling bike ka. So ang focus mo, or one of your pillar, would be on the educational content. Kasi alam mo na it will create an engagement loop. Yung mga mahilig sa bike, ipa-follow yung page mo para sa valuable content. Kasi may mga nakikita silang tutorial, may nakikita silang how-to. Ngayon, when you have that engagement loop, in the middle of educational content, you sell something. Bigla mong bentahan ng wheels, bigla mong bentahan ng brake pad, bigla mong bentahan ng pedal. You know that you will have a sale kasi meron ka ng followers, meron ka ng engagement. Okay, so yun yung content pillar. Before ang mga pages sell. Ngayon hindi na. You have to give value before you get something. So yun yung educational content. Entertaining content. Ito, for example, for social media influencers. Guys, ang social media influencers, we all know that they're not just there para sumikat. We know that they're also making it as their livelihood na. So, there will be times, and you know this already, na may mga scripted na, there are like humorous content or entertaining content na they plan it. Diba? Talagang nakaplano na rin yan. It's not like binidyo nila tapos nangyayari. Hindi. Sometimes nakaplano na din yan. And it's part of their pillar. For example lang guys, because this is more topics na mas familiar kayo. So, for social media influencers, may mga time na they will talk about love life, or they will talk about fun stuff, or they will talk about travel. Kasi yun yung pillar nila. Para yung mga tao, hindi magsasawa na puro love life or puro entertaining content, hindi rin puro ganito and puro ganyan. So, for entertaining content, mas i-impact lang sa akin yung social media influencers. Pero for example, you're selling a product. Yung angkas, ayan. So, yung kunwari yung angkas, di ba? Mapapansin nyo na talaga ang focus nila entertaining and it's really effective. right? Meron pa, yung nagbebenta ng plastic. Orocan, yan. Yan, Orocan, di ba? So, may mga memes sila and may mga humorous content sila because siguro yun yung target market nila, right? So, it's working and it's good. So, that's fine. Inspirational content. So, may inspirational content, for example, you're selling a book. Yung client mo is selling a book. Maybe it's good that you talk about that client's life. Baka may success stories siya, baka may mga motivational quotes siya na pwede mong i-share and that will resonate sa mga taong nagbabasa ng book. Diba? Makaka-relate yung mga taong nagbabasa ng books. So, yun. Next is product or service. So, eto na. Ano kaya magandang product? Maybe you guys can suggest anything. Right? So, baka may mga product kayong naiisip. Cellphone, maybe? Ayan, so, kunwari yung mga technology. So, oh yeah, technology. Sometimes, for example, mas nakikita ko sa TikTok yung mga ads ng Realme, ng Oppo. So, di ba, they do the demonstration. Nag-focus lang doon. They don't have to do humorous content. They don't have to do success stories kasi hindi naman connected sa product nila or sa brand nila. So, ang pillars nila would probably be educational content or product features na ito yung camera, ito yung nagagawa ng phone and all and so on and so forth. So, ayan guys. I hope na gets yung content pillars. Okay, baka may question kayo sa content pillars, just let me know. Next naman is yung tone of voice. So, this one is deeper on the content planning. If you're deciding on your content pillar, how are you going to speak to your audience? Kung you're selling technology, kapag nagsisell kayo ng technology, pwedeng casual, pwedeng professional, pwedeng friendly. Diba? So, yun yung tone of voice. Like, you will learn and AI is there to help you. Kung paano nyo, actually, i-click nyo na nga lang yan eh. Make this friendly tone. I-click nyo na lang and then magiging friendly na yung tone eh. So, ganyan. Or expert. Lalo na when it comes to technology. So, we want to sound like an expert. Diba? So, before, yung mga copywriter, all props to them. They're very talented. They're very, talagang they read a lot of books to be able to write a good captions. Pero, sadly, unfortunately, on the other hand, nagko-compete yung AI with them. But the positive thing is that yung mga writer, plus gamitan mo pa ng AI, sobrang ganda na nung output, right? So, for us, for example, hindi ka masyadong into writing, then utilize AI, use AI, learn how to use it, and then you will be able to discover all this tone of voice na pwede mong gawin. So, that's for one. Technology, for example, yun nga, pwede kang maging friendly, expert. For example, you're selling toys ng kids. For toys ng kids, of course, playful, laid back, relax, pwedeng ganon. Conversational, kasi syempre, ang bibili ng toys, hindi naman bata, parents. So, make sure na yung mga captions mo, yung mga writings mo, parents will relate. For example, you're selling a stroller. So, yung conversational is that, for example lang to guys, is that, are you a mother that is tired of carrying your baby when going places to places? This stroller is just for you. Something like that sa mga ads, yung mga very short lang. So, pwedeng gano'n na parang you relate, conversational, you relate sa situation nila, kung saan sila nahihirapan, kung ano yung nagpapahirap sa kanila. So, ayun na nga. With what do you call it? With the mother, or if you're selling a stroller, right? So, you have to be conversational with the parent, kasi yung parent yung bibili. You have to relate with their situation na probably they're having problems with when it comes to traveling or going to the mall. So make it conversational, make it encourage them. So yan, pwede ding encouraging. So kailangan relatable. Again, yun yung sinasabi ko na not just because you're using ChatGPT. Let's say ganon, some people use it, some people don't. And if you don't use it, you will criticize others na, galing nag-ChatGPT yan eh, kaya niya nagagawa or something like that. No, it doesn't end there. And to people who use ChatGPT rin naman, don't just use it for the sake of producing captions right away. You have to create quality captions, quality content out of ChatGPT para naman 'di ba, we're using it for the good, hindi yung para lang dahil we're lazy to think. We're just going to use it, hindi. So, AIs are there to help us to create more, to be more efficient, to be more effective, not to support our laziness. Okay? So, yun yung sa tone of voice and yun yung help ng AI. Okay, next is these are the other types of engagement loop for the content that we can do. It's industry, news, and trend, right? So basically, if you're giving news, if you're giving updates, for example, you can give updates kahit saang market ka naman eh, kahit anong product yung binibenta mo. For real estate, you create market updates about real estate. Ano na yung mga bahay na nabenta sa ganitong lugar? Ano yung presyo ng lupa ngayong taon or something like that. Diba? So pwedeng ganun. Thing for the industry news and trends. Next is yung user generated content, UGC what they call it. So yun ang may mga nakikita kayo, yung mga shampoo or skincare na iba't ibang tao yung nagkakaroon. Like bigla na lang prinomote ni ganito, bigla na lang prinomote ni ganyan, and then they send that video, for example yung Dove. Mapapansin nyo na yung Dove, hindi na usually hindi na artista yung mga nagpo-promote ng brand. Kasi this is what changed in this industry or in our time. Yung mga tao hindi na naniniwala sa artista na talagang makinis sila. I mean, makinis ka talaga sila kasi because of course, number one, they have money, sponsorship ni Melo and all that. So, yung user-generated content is meaning yung ganitong type of content is nagagaling sa mga normal people or influencers is what we call them. So, yung mga tao na parang they have like 10,000 followers lang or 5,000 followers lang, tapos papadalan sila ng Dove ng ganitong product. So if for example, ikaw nag-work ka sa Dove or sa ganung mga type of companies or brands na may product, you will engage with influencers. You will ask them to create content. They will give you good reviews, of course. They will give you good testimonial, and then they will give you content. And then you will post it on your brand's account. So yun yung mga UGC content. It comes from not artista na. It's like normal people, influencers na may mga small, like micro influencers. So, that's UGC. And it makes people come back for more. Kasi parang, ay, ano, parang, you know, like sometimes we think if it's not artista, it's very natural. Ay, gumana sa kanya, so gagana sa akin. Kasi minsan meron ng prejudgment na, ay, artista yan, kahit di yan mag-dub, or kahit di yan gumamit ng ganito, nagbebelo yan. So, meron siyang other maintenance. So, ganyan. So, parang may trust issue na. And like kapag regular influencers, normal people like us, then yun, sometimes we tend to relate to them. So yun yung other side ng marketing ng mga brands ngayon. Next is storytelling. Ayan, brand, personal stories. It's helpful. If, like I said, selling or marketing that is connected to social media, we tend to relate, di ba? Kaya nga tayo naiiyak sa mga movies or kaya tayo, we relate, we buy certain products. Actually, we don't, sometimes, most of us, we don't buy things because we like it. We buy things because we're emotional. Ayun na parang, ay, gusto ko to kasi ang ganda nito or parang kasi suot to ni ganito kasi nakita ko to suot ni ganyan or gamit ni ganito. So parang emotionally, we were attached with the product. We were attached with the stories behind the product, behind the service. Kaya tayo bumibili. So that creates engagement loop. If you're a social media manager, if you're a social media content creator, it helps. Thought leadership, ito pa. If we have safeguard, 99% parang safe or like no germs, ganyan-ganyan. So, merong expert merong based on research eh. So, sometimes, be careful that sometimes hindi talaga totoo. May mga ganon, mga other products hindi talaga totoo. They just put it there and yun. Medyo always do our own research pa rin naman when we're doing experts opinions or putting in research sa mga content natin. Make sure na yung mga articles na binabasa nyo, you give credit to it, of course, and then double check. Double check nyo yung mga information na nakukuha nyo. But it helps. Having, magbebenta ka ng something and then babackupan mo ng research. People appreciate it na parang, ay, totoo. May proof, ganyan. May evidence na talagang effective yung product. Next is interactive content, right? So interactive, ito yung sinasabi ko, or kagaya ng ginagawa natin ngayon, we're doing games and all that. So it helps. We don't know, but it helps. I mean, parang we don't, di natin agad napapansin, pero we know that it keeps us engaged talaga. It keeps us parang sometimes natutuwa tayo. Of course, if there's like, may mga influencer or may mga products even na nagla-live Q&A sessions, kunwari yung mga cream silk, right? They do, nag-visit sila sa mga mall and then may mga kasamang, may mga influencers. Like, sa social media management, ang like, ang pwedeng itawag is interactive content. Pero sa old type of marketing, old ways or like, mainstream marketing na tinatawag, yun yung ginagawa nila, mall shows, like, of course, they're interacting with real people. Pero since tayo, let's say, social media nga, mayroong screen, na na parang sa screen lang tayo nakikipag-connect sa mga audiences and followers natin, ito yung pwede natin gawin as interactive as we can. May mga polls, may mga surveys, we ask them questions, we give them something, and then mag-answer tayo sa mga possible questions nila or about the product or about the services. So, yun yung interactive content. Next is behind the scenes. This one, kagaya sinasabi ko, if we're seeing something really normal, if we're seeing something that we see na parang totoo, kasi sometimes diba in social media, it's parang somehow parang may feeling na parang it's just on social media, hindi pala totoo, hindi pala sa nangyayari sa totoong buhay. So sometimes yung mga behind the scene clips, for example, pag sa mga shoes like Nike stuff, kapag shoes lang ng shoes, sometimes, di ba, kunwari, kung let's say wala silang influencer, wala silang pinapakitang totoong tao na gumagamit noon sa mga advertising nila. Ang hirap bumili, ang hirap ma-recognize, ang hirap nilang tandaan. Pero since Nike keep on sponsoring artists na kilala natin, na idol natin maglaro, idol natin or even they're guesting it, they're putting it in their, in their social media. We tend to remember, ay, so ito ni ganito, so I will buy din kasi idol ko yung suot ng idol ko is suot ko rin. So, yun yung, general other brands yun, pero it's somehow behind the scene din or like part siya ng pagiging real ng isang product, part siya ng pagiging, relatable or pagiging intimate ng isang product or ng isang brand. So let's say, let's go back. Ginagawa to ng mga TikTok shops, yung work with me, and parang work with me today or something like that, yung parang pack with me, di ba? May mga ganun sila. Kasi, di ba, tas tayo parang natutuwa na naka-timelapse siya, tas may mga tumutunog, tas may mga ASMR. So yeah, it helps. Yeah, so that's one of the engagement loops. Okay, next is this one. Test and improvements pa rin. Yung authenticity, ito na yung sinasabi ko, it's connected. Yung pagiging authentic ng isang brand. People will build a relationship dun sa brand na yun. If they see the behind the scenes, if they see na, ang dami nilang order, nahihirapan din pala sila, exhausting din pala yung work nila, but somehow fulfilling. Sometimes nga, aside from us buying to them, na-inspire din tayo mag-business. Right? So, that builds relationship and it creates yung engagement ng audiences nyo, ng followers nyo. And it comes with a visual storytelling. Yung mga videos, may caption, may time, may mga clips, may start, may middle, and then may ending. So, yun yung, when it comes to content planning, it's really important. Networking etiquette. People, or sometimes, yung mga business owners na to, they also ask, or let's say social media managers, they also ask them, what other contents would you like us to see? They ask kung ano yung gusto natin. Kasi kung ano yung gusto natin, we'll give them sales, and kung ano yung gusto natin, we'll give them engagement, we'll give them followers, and also, tayo yung magiging first customer nila. So it builds relationship. Yeah. So it's a two-way street. And then consistent messaging. Ensure your brand messaging is consistent. Yun yung sinasabi ko na parang if one brand, yung tone of voice mo is formal. For example, sa TikTok, you're very friendly, you're very formal, and then pagdating sa Facebook, hindi ka sumasagot ng mga inquiries, hindi ka sumasagot ng mga comments, or you're not engaging, parang hindi ka connected sa mga audience mo kasi ang dami mong time sa TikTok. For example lang, social media manager na, nakafocus ko sa TikTok. People in Facebook, kasi for example, I don't do TikTok. So, yung mga people from FB, magko-comment na, hindi ka, wala namang sumasagot, or let's say, they go to TikTok instead and then they will say na, or they will comment na, bakit mo pa rin sumasagot sa Facebook niyo? Diba? So, marami tayong tanong na gano'n. Kasi people sometimes ayaw nila ng TikTok shop kasi matagal or may problema or something and they wanna inquire directly sa FB. So, yun. Make sure na if you're as a social media manager, if you're handling all these platforms, if you if you're building na parang yung branding mo sa TikTok is you're very friendly, you're engaging, tapos make sure ganun ka rin sa other platforms. Or you make it clear yung Facebook nyo na is not accepting orders or something like that. So, pwedeng ganon. But you have to be on top of everything para yung audience mo naiintindihan na, walang ganito sa ganito, TikTok lang sila or something like that. So, may mga ganong shop kasi, Instagram lang sila, wala sila sa FB, wala sila sa TikTok. Or FB lang sila, wala sila sa TikTok and Instagram. So, make sure that it's clear for everyone. You always remind them. So, yung audience nyo, they know where and how to engage with you or to look for you. Yan. Okay. Ito na yung key performance indicators kanina. Deeper lang din tayo. Let's see if ayan, may dropshipping. Hindi ko sure yung dropshipping. Yan. Okay. Yan. Thank you sa nagsabi. Yan. Very helpful daw. Okay, next is let's go to key performance indicators. Last few slides tayo. Is that ito na yung mga KPI. If you're not familiar, KPIs will measure kung ano yung magiging performance mo. For example, engagement rate. Ilan yung nagla-like, ilan yung nagko-comment, ilan yung nag-share. Dito ko sinasabi na sometimes, some of the work, some SMM, some others don't, na kapag na-reach mo yung KPI mo, they will add more to your salary. Para ka may bonus, may incentive. So, this is one of it. Likes, comment, shares. Reach and impressions. Sometimes kasi when you do ads, ito na yung advertising, kapag nag-run ka ng ads, is lalabas doon kung tama ba yung location mo, tama ba yung mga taong yung male or female, tama ba yung age, tama ba yung interest. So, doon lalabas yung reach and impressions. Pag mataas to, tama yung mag-run mo. So, kaya, isa siya sa KPI din. Ito yung top 6. Marami pang iba, pero this is the top 6. Top 5 rather. Conversion rate. Yun na. So, tama yung ads mo, tama everything, pero walang bumibili. Maybe, hindi ka nagbebenta. Okay, so marami kang likes, shares, pero wala kang, hindi nila alam kung saan bibili. Yung sinasabi ko, paano kung nag-run ka sa FB pero walang sumasagot sa FB kasi hindi na-asikaso yung inquiries, yung conversion rate. Like, you're doing the ads pero walang nagko-convert into sales. So, that's important. Kailangan bawi. Kailangan profitable yung ads mo. Kailangan nagko-convert ka ng sales. Next is followers and growth. So, yun, if you're doing engagement, kapag isa sa objective mo is dumami yung likes, dumami yung followers, you should have more followers by the end of the month. Right? Hindi pwedeng bumaba pa lalo, may mga nag-unfollow pa. So, make sure that itong isa to sa mga KPI na important din, depende sa client. Next is social media traffic. Yung social media traffic is of course how many people go into your, sometimes this happens on website. Kapag meron ka kasing website shop, yung mga Shopify, kagaya sinabi ko kanina, meron dong website visits. How many yung pupunta sa website, how many yung nag-check out. So may mga ganun din. So this is really important for clients kasi ang website may bayad din yan guys every month, may bayad yan every year and it's really expensive and dapat mag-convert into sale lahat ng, hindi naman lahat, pero of course dapat profitable. Okay. And then, user engagement. So, we're on our last, I think, 3 slides na. So, sa user engagement, last na to is that, ano yung mga pwede natin gawin para makipag-engage sa mga followers and audiences natin. So, these are the list of it. So, number 1 is, yung lagi kanina ko pa sinasabi, respond to comments, respond to messages, respond to mentions. Kapag nakikipag-usap sa atin yung audience natin, let's talk to them. Kasi at buti nga sila na yung let's say, nag-i-initiate, diba? There are the harder ways pa na tayo yung mag-engage sa kanila. So, yun. Next is content moderation. So, make sure yung community guidelines. Kasi minsan, makikita nyo to, yung mga video na naka-blur or mga words or yung mati-take down yung post nyo. So, make sure na yung content natin is user-friendly and nagpa-follow sa community guidelines din. Community building, kita nyo to, yung mga home bodies, yung mga groups. Aside from their pages, they create a community, they create a group where people can join and then people can learn, people can get valuable insights. So brand advocacy, conflict resolution. Okay, for example, one of user engagement is this one. Doing webinars, free webinars. This is really helpful kasi of course, number one goal ng BAME is to help others succeed. And this really helps. Ayan, kagaya ng isa sa comment, they don't know kung saan magsisimula sa SMM and now it helps. And hopefully, we're praying soon. You will be one of the great SMM in the Philippines, right? So, yun yung mga user engagement. We engage with the followers, we engage with the audience, we give value. Imagine, we are not getting anything from you guys. Just your presence is enough and your appreciation. But Vane keep on giving. And this is all like from the heart lang. wala nang iba. That's just it. Okay. So and we're just hoping that we will be able to help most of you guys na still building their or still starting their BA journey. So that's user engagement. Content sharing, surveys and polls, education and so forth. And more. So ngayon gusto ko na ipakita guys, very quick na lang to, siguro mga 10 to 15 minutes is yung practical application na natin. Let's start with the social media calendar. Or let's do the ads first para lang nandito na siya. So when you're creating the ads, you go to Meta, of course, Ads Manager or Meta. Ayan. Ayan. So, I'm just going to go here, create campaign. Guys, meron pang mas step by step. I focus on the overview kasi hindi nyo rin to maiintindihan if wala kayong foundation. If hindi nyo na magigets yung lahat ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi, lalo na to. Right? Kasi this one is very technical. This is very, practical na siya. So, if hindi nyo alam yung kanina, hindi nyo ito maintindihan. So, which is, ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, awareness, right? So, what's your goal? Show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. Kagaya ng Starbucks, yung sinabi ko kanina. They're more focused not on sales, they just want people to remember them. Traffic. We want people to go to the website, people to go to our profiles. Engagement, more message, more views, more likes, and leads. Leads are like conversion. Probably we want their emails para mag-send tayo sa email sa kanila. We want their contact number para lang ma-cold call natin sila. So that's a different area pa. Pero yun. And then promotion for other products and then sales. We want conversion. You want sales. You want people to buy your product. So isa yun. Okay. So that one, let's do sales very quickly and let's do continue muna. Then we will go here. Let me just see the condition of the load. Okay, so here, categories, wala lang categories kasi hindi ako nag-set. Okay, performance goal, maximize number of conversion. Kasi I think sale yung pinindot natin kanina. So, for example, ayan, so we will maximize the number of conversion. How much we're aiming for our budget. For example, let's see, this is optional naman. So, per target, 10 pesos, costless, depends. Locations, exclusion, advantage plus tayo. But, ayan, 820 pesos, you will see the daily budget, you will see the schedule. Try budget scheduling, pwede rin. I wanna see the, it's not to advantage. Okay, so let's go back lang. So ito, nag-awareness campaign ako para makita nyo yung demographics. So for this one, campaign details, ito yung objective natin, awareness, A/B test. Okay. Then next, let's go to the demographics. Kung ano yung Facebook page nyo, lalagay nyo kung saan kayo mag-run ng ads. Ito optional, let's not put anything. Daily budget. Kung kailan mag-i-start, kung kailan mag-i-end, pwede kayo mag-set. Ito na. So, audience control. So, where are you going to run your ads? Manila ba? Philippines ba? Right? So, Metro Manila. Yan. So, pwede nyo siyang i-ganyan. Okay. Next is, yan. So, makikita nyo dito yung audience definition, specific, estimated result, advantage option, depende. Kasi kapag nakaganito, Facebook will decide kung saan siya i-run. Placement, pwedeng manual placements. Ito naman, saan siya, yung ads nyo, saan nyo makikita? Sa Facebook ba? Sa Instagram ba? Sa Messenger ba? Right? Sa feed, ganito yung magiging itsura niya. Gusto kong makita yung feed. Ito. This one, yung age. Ano yung age? Minimum age nila is 18. So, anong age? Like 25 above, etc. Search is existing audience. Pwede kasi kayo gumawa ng parang group by group na yung audience nyo kung ano yung product. Depende sa product na binibenta nyo. Language. Okay, and then next. Ayan. So, Instagram account. Papakita nila yung placement. Ito pa. Single image or carousel. Yeah. So this one is like basics. Basic, hindi pa natin siya mapa-personalize of course kasi marami tayong kailangan. Kailangan mo ng content, kailangan mo ng caption, kailangan mo ng strategy to run all this. So ads creative, dito mo ilalagay yung media mo, kung ano yung magiging text, ano yung other options, kung ano yung magiging headline. Ayan. So and kung saan mo siya i-run. Okay, so that's for the meta. Let's go to social media calendar. Okay, so for social media content calendar, yung kanina ko pa ulit-ulit na sinasabi, ano yung itsura nun. We have different format kung ano yung social media content calendar, but this is what I'm using and this has been effective for me. Yung date nandyan, so you will do the Monday to Friday or Sunday, Monday to Sunday, depende. You will insert the date kung kailan, kung yan, June 2023, last year pa. And then, yung time. So, kung ano yung time, this one is like, drafted lang siya. So, but you can put different time. Depende sa time zone ng client mo. Ito yun, LinkedIn. Kasi LinkedIn and Instagram yung platforms namin. So, kung ipili kami, LinkedIn ba or Instagram? So, LinkedIn yes, Instagram no, so something like that. Next is yung pillar. Ito yung sinasabi ko. So, ang pillar namin is problem solving. We want to solve our audience's problem. Client success story, yung mga portfolio, previous work namin, or mga nag-succeed stories na, or clients na nagkaroon ng conversion, clients na nakabenta, something like that. Educational content, inspiration, and then design. So, you have to find the balance. Depende sa branding. Okay, so yan yung social media content calendar. Okay, yung parts naman sa gilid. So, we have pillars, revisions, and notes. Kasi this one will, the client will approve or give feedback. So, pwede niya, kunwari, nag-draft ako ng topic, nag-draft ako ng content, lalagay niya na, let's change this, etc., etc., let's do this and that. So, may space for the client to say kung anong gusto niya sabihin. Next is kung ano yung magiging topic. So, nilalagay ko yun dyan. Ano yung graphic copy? Dun sa loob ng picture, ano yung text? So, ito yun. And I hope nakikita nyo. And then, kung ano yung caption, yun siya. And then, kung ano yung hashtag. And then, kung saan siya makikita sa Canva. Okay? So, yun yung binubuo ng social media calendar. And you see, ang dami na namin calendar. Ayan. So, ganyan siya. And, kagaya na sinabi ko, I can share this format. If you scan yung link kanina or yung QR kanina, then I can share this format without all the content para lang makakuha nyo siya. Okay, we're in practical application. So, yun na nga, yung pinakita ko kanina is that this one will be from the content calendar, right? So, dyan kayo magpa-plan out. Hindi kayo pwedeng mag-direct sa Canva, dire-diretso na because you have to plan out for 30 days of content, for example, depende sa client mo. So, from let's say Excel, depende, pwede rin kayong gumamit ng ibang CRM to create your content calendar. And from there, then you create the graphics. So, depende kung saan kayo din mag-create ng graphics. So, again, kagaya sinabi ko, kung gusto niyo mas maging creative, Adobe. Kung gusto niyo ng basic, then Canva. And most of the time, Canva na yung mga clients right now. So, that's how we do it. So, meron niya isa-isa. Ayan. So, this one is, kung ano lang yung magiging itsura niya sa Instagram, pero gumagawa kami ng different type of content pa aside from that. So, eto lang yung magiging itsura niya, like sa feed. Yan, sa Instagram feed. Pero inside of it, like, meron pa mga content. Okay, next is yung engagement. So, kagaya ng sinabi ko, merong different communication channel. So, this is called Slack. Makikita nyo sa screen ko, right? Slack yung tawag sa kanya. Parang for example, yung client nyo, mag-usap kayo sa WhatsApp, mag-usap kayo sa Telegram, mag-usap kayo sa email, kung saan man. Pero one of it is Slack. So, yung Slack, dito kami. So, kunwari, sinabi niya na mag-engage ako sa mga accounts. So, nagsisend ako dyan ng screenshot kung paano ako nag-engage. Nagko-comment, nagla-like ng mga post, right? So, ito yung communication channel namin kung paano kami nag-uusap ng client when it comes to engagement. For her to make sure na nag-engage talaga ako. So, ayun. Okay, next is yung Monday board. So, ayun, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, yung Monday board is like project tool, project management tool, or task monitoring tool. So, most of the time, lahat ng client merong ganito, either Monday board, Trello, Asana, yung mga binanggit ko kanina, to make sure kung ano yung nagiging progress nyo in a month, kung ano yung mga natatapos nyo, na-achieve nyo, na goals. So, yan yung um, Monday board. Okay, so content calendar, I think that's it. Mainly, if you have some questions, let me know. Let me double check. So, ayan. Okay, and then this one is for your, para makuha niyo yung format lang ng content calendar, I could share chat GPT prompts. Yung client avatar is kung ano, this one is a form where you fill up kung ano yung target market nyo, target audience nyo. So you can identify kung ano yung client avatar. And then Canva templates is, marami na neto, pero nasa pro lang kasi siya. So if you don't have pro, if you only have free, yung Canva free lang, I can share the templates na may bayad and then you can follow it naman. So, ayan. Let's answer a few questions. If the client asks you to engage with the audience, answer question on the FB, react sa comment, considered as SMM, or ang role na po is engagement specialist. Okay. So, kung ganito, depende siya eh. Kagaya sinabi ko, kung pag-a-answerin ka nyo ng inquiries, tapos yung inquiries nila is 1,000 per day, of course, ano ka na, parang customer service ka na, hindi ka na social media manager. Kasi sobrang dami, they really have to get someone to do the job, the specific job. And kagaya naman ito, kunwari, marami silang questions, marami silang comments na kailangan reactan, marami silang audience na very active. Pwedeng magkaroon ng ganitong title. You're going to be engagement specialist. And specific lang for one platform kasi ang dami na nilang activities dun pa lang. Kasi ang social media manager or social media management is multiple, sometimes it looks like that, multiple accounts, multiple social media, and then you will manage it. Overall, you will manage everything. You will manage the content, you will manage the engagement, you will manage the community, you will manage the branding. Ganun siya. Parang sa old ways, sa mainstream, is like marketing manager ka ng brand na yun. Pero if they have too much, like if they have a lot of things going on, they have inquiries, they have a lot of engagement, they have to have a lot of like daily 3 posting sa isang araw and 6 na stories sa isang araw. Of course, hindi yun kaya ng isang tao. So, magkakaroon sila ng content creator, magkakaroon sila ng engagement specialist, magra-run pa sila ng ads. So, magkakaroon sila ng FB advertising manager, magkakaroon. So, may ganon, guys. Different siya. Pwede mag-scan. Ito yung for content calendar. Kailangan ba B2B Facebook ads kami? Yung B2B, so there's like business to business, meaning yung brand mo or yung client mo is a business that is offering a service to other business.